Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. PPA, man. I'm going to just tell you guys the honest to God truth. Oscar De La Hoya should consider selling Golden Boy and putting Golden Boy up for sale because it just looked like the writing's on the wall. Golden Boy is a sinking ship. You got to ask yourself, besides Canelo, and it's a question of how Oscar even got Canelo on his roster. Keep in mind, there's some lawsuits going on, and Oscar got to pay some people, you know, in some lawsuits that, you know, he lost. Maybe that's why he keep putting Canelo on pay-per-view, because he don't want to pay for that. He don't want to pay that $9 million out his own pocket and shit. He want to use it through company money and shit. Which to me, Oscar is supposed to be worth, you know, over $200 million. I don't know why he just didn't write the dude a check for $9 million instead of, like, you know, paying for, you know, the lawsuit possibly out of Golden Boy revenue. But it is what it is, man. But anyway, keep in mind, man, I really think he's considered selling the company to possibly Richard Schaefer, who made Golden Boy, Floyd Mayweather, and possibly Bob Arum. Because it's just a matter of time before Canelo, like, jumps ship anyway. And Canelo is the only superstar that Oscar got on the roster. Nobody cares about David Lemieux. That's just fact. Nobody, man. Nobody cares about David Lemieux. David Lemieux, you only know about David Lemieux if you're a diehard boxing fan. You know, somebody that really follows the sport. So, he's, you know, irrelevant, really. So, you looking at the fact that this is why a lot of people believe that fights between Canelo and Daniel Jacobs and possibly Charlo or Demetrius Andre will never take place because financially, Canelo can't afford to lose those kind of fights. So basically, Canelo has to keep winning, or at least getting draws or whatever, to, you know, to keep people somewhat paying attention to Golden Boy. But as far as any fighter would sense signing with them, more than likely it won't happen. As I said before, everybody knows about those emails, man. Everybody. And they all said they not fucking with Oscar De La Hoya. But they won't talk about it. Oscar De La Hoya could have ended this earlier this year, back in January, when those emails first surfaced. He could have said, you know what, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? This type of behavior is condemned by Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions. But no, he chose to ignore it. He basically said, fuck the black community. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I just want your money. So that's pretty much it. So basically we said, fuck him. And people gotta see the writing on the wall. If somebody was, you know, two dudes talking like that about another person, that means they were comfortable in saying it. Which means this is the first conversation where they was referring to Al Heyman as a nigger and all that kind of stuff. Now, keep in mind, Nate Campbell, which I forgot, said he heard people at Golden Boy referring to black people like that. You gotta understand, stop being so fucking naive and say, oh, well, he has Bernard Hopkins. Man, Bernard Hopkins is a fucking coon and a lapdog. He's his token. Like I said, his show pony. And for people to say, oh, he can make Errol Spence a superstar where he hasn't made anybody else a superstar. The only reason why Oscar De La Hoya is still floating about is because of some of the money he has left over from making, you know, money off of Floyd Mayweather. So let's just keep it 100. He can't make Errol Spence a superstar. Errol Spence is done fine by himself. Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder will become stars in their own right because we're going to make Deontay Wilder and Errol Spence stars. Social media. We're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? We don't need Golden Boy to make Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder star. More than likely, Oscar would have had both of them sitting on the back burner, playing second fiddle to Canelo. So, as I said before, why would anybody want to fuck with Oscar De La Hoya? Oscar De La Hoya really should be getting on the phone with Floyd Mayweather, Bob Arum, Lou DiBella, you know, Eddie Hearn, whatever the case may be, and asking any one of them would they be interested in buying Golden Boy promotions. Real talk. I don't know how much Golden Boy is worth, but I think Oscar should sell Golden Boy. I think he should cut his losses, go on about his business, and whatever. Do some other shit. You know, and let me ask you something. You know, there's also been talk of Oscar De La Hoya saying he wants to buy either a basketball team or a football team. Let me ask you something. Would you want Oscar De La Hoya as your boss? For real. Especially if he bought an NFL team. Would you want Oscar De La Hoya as your boss knowing that he don't even have respect for your race, a black person? Ask yourself that question. And then get back to me. I'm out.